Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Modded Megaquarium. Thank you again to Paulsley for creating this brilliant room here. We're going to be getting on with another room today, and in preparation of that I've actually made this room into an Aztec room, and I've put a road into it across here and into this room here. So that means we're going to put a road out from here into this room, and this will be a solo room. So this will be a room in its own right, and then this one will then lead into here and then into here. However, first of all, I have been told something. I've been told off basically in the comments on YouTube because I've forgotten something over the last fair few episodes which we've been meaning to get on with, and that is to actually put some decorations and some more fish into this tank here, because it's looking a little bit sad and lonely. We've got one piece of bull kelp in there, and as you can see, my computer, even my amazingly high spec computer, is really struggling with this game now. Now that we've got all of this stuff in it, you can see the animations are glitching. I have increased the thread count on this game, the amount of CPU power that it can use. It starts off on 8 threads, I've increased that to 18 threads. So this, I have a 10 core CPU, and this is using 9 of those 10 cores to run this game, dedicated. And it's still struggling. This is a very, very power hungry game, especially when you get this big. Well, there's that quest we had last episode done. That's good. So anyway, let's get on with this tank, eh? So we have at the moment 2 of these southern stingrays. One is looking a little bit hungry actually, so we're gonna have to do something about that. Let's just add somebody quickly into this room. So we have Caleb, you're in zone 4 already. Nigel, you are everywhere, you are a feeder, that's brilliant. This is zone 3. So if we just make sure, yes, this one is zone 3, good. So we have another feeder in zone 3, and so this should be all good. So we've got 2 stingrays in there. I'm not sure what I want to add into there really. Fish wise, however we can make it look nice and pretty now. So if we go for some in this menu here, it is a hot water tank, and I can have a look at these large kelps, see what they actually look like. They do actually stick out of the water though, so I'm not sure if I want to use them. Let's just put a couple in and see how silly they look if we come down to ground level. Well, actually they're not too bad. They're not too bad at all. They do take up a fair amount of space in there, but that's good. We want this one to be really quite full, this tank. So I have 2 on that side, 1 on that side. Means this side will look a lot more full anyway, so this side we want some of the more bare stuff on. So we'll want some of the lower stuff, like the asparagus weed, if we put a triangle of that in. Maybe a little bit of a frontier as well. Wow, that's a big lag spike there. And then on this side I want some of the taller stuff, and we'll make this side a really tall side here. So we've got some baby kelp and some larger kelp, and then we can put in one of these. Can we put in a pitted column here as well? Have I got enough room for that? Yep. So all the nice big stuff on that side, a couple of big things on this side, but mainly the smaller stuff. So I think a rubble over here, and maybe one in the corner there as well, because in this side we can hide stuff. In this side we want it to be nice and visible. So I think a skull would be something nice to hide at the back somewhere. You will have to excuse the lag. I have had this game running now for a couple of hours. I've been playing around with a few ideas, so I may need to restart it before we go on to the next stage. And then we'll have a cannon right at the back there, so you can see that as you come back through. And we'll have a pirate chest hidden among there as well. This will still seem quite open actually when you get down to it. And so we're going to hide stuff with the egg rack as well. We'll put some of that there. and across there and across there, so that this side is really secluded. I want this to be a tunnel of two halves, basically. We'll have some colour in as well, though. We need some colour in there. So we'll put some colour in there, and then where do we have space? Some colour over there at the back, and a little bit of the front as well. Let's just come down to ground level, and this is going to go horrifically slow when we do. But that's really nice and big. Big and very secluded in there. It'll be easy for small fish to get lost, so you'll always be looking around to see if there's anything else in there. This side, as you can see, is going to be much more open. We've got the rocks on the bottom. We'll put some live rocks in as well. The big coloured stuff in there, the coloured grass, the asparagus weed, which I do love so much. And so on this side, let's put some let's put a nice big medium rock at the back there, because that's really going to be the tallest, biggest thing we're going to have in there. I want some of this feathered culpora to make it look even shallower, so that'll go there. And then we can have just some regular live rocks just around like that, and then here we've got a space for maybe an anchor. Is there any of this we don't actually have yet? Looks like we've got everything at least once. Yeah, that's good. So if we have an anchor just there, and then on this side, I think at the back here we can have maybe one of those columns. The Aztec blocks. Nope, not what I wanted. I wanted the Aztec blocks just there, and then maybe a lantern in the corner, just like that. We do have a few more spaces, so I think it would be good to put in. Now if I had some of the Neptune weed, Neptune grass, then it will offset the tank heating a little bit, but not too much. I think that'll be okay. You see, this side is much more open, much brighter than this side. We'll struggle through the lag here. I think I will restart the game before I go on to the next section of this. But yeah, that is something which I've been meaning to do for a long time. Thank you, Kiwi, for making sure that I actually get on with this. Because yeah, it's looking good now. I do like that. These sticking up out of the water, I may change these at some point. It's okay for now. I do quite like the fact that they stick up out of the water, but they may look a little bit silly. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Should I change these out for something else? Should I actually change the model of these, try and get these a little bit smaller? Yeah, I'm open to ideas. Wow, I've got 14 things. Lionfish has grown. Hopefully none of these will be... Yep, none of them are death reports. That's all I was interested in. So I'm going to pause the game at this part because I'm a little bit sick of the lag. This whole map has turned into one huge great big lag fest. I mean, you can see why. It's massive. It's far too big for this game. We really shouldn't be playing on a map this big. And I've actually had to edit the game, edit the code of the game to be able to make a world this big as well. So this is a heavily modified version of this game just to be able to fit this thing in. So we're break testing the game, we're seeing what is possible, and my advice so far, do not build this big. This whole aquarium could probably be fit in to this area here, one of these double rooms, and you would have no problem with lag at all. You'd have no problem with prestige. We're dropping prestige all the time. I'm topping it up every so often, just to make sure that we can actually get up to rank 12 and on with the bigger stuff in here. And as soon as we get this room in, this is going to be crazy as well. We're not actually going to get too much lag in there, but just the effect that it'll have on the game when we can actually open up this space and have free access through the entire place is going to be really quite cool. Now we've been looking for a home for these horse-eye jacks for a while. They couldn't go in any of the other tanks we've built up to now. Maybe the Belfast tanks, and we will be building some of those today. So I may have some of these in the other room as well, in the Aztec room as well. However, I do think these make very, very good bedfellows, seabed fellows, with those stingrays in here. So I'm going to place 2 and 3. 3 of those in there. Just make sure there are 3 of them in there. Yep, we've got 3 of those in there. And so that will actually be okay. I want to wait for these ones to grow up before we work out if we want anything else in there. So I will unpause the game now just to make sure they're okay. And they are. What do these guys eat? Do I have the stuff we need in here? Herring. Do we have any herring back here? Keep pressing escape. Don't need to press escape. So we do have herring just there. So I might actually add in another herring into here. On this side over here. Can I add it in at the back? Yes, I can add it in just here. So that will be in here. We need a herring. And there we go. Right, I'm going to shut the game down, restart the game, and then we will get on with this Aztec room right here. Okay, and we are back. I found out what some of the problem was, at least. I didn't realise I had Minecraft running in the background. I was auto fishing. I was AFK fishing in Minecraft in the background whilst trying to play this. At least that's some of the reason why we had the lag. However, this game is really taxing my computer now. I didn't think it would be this game that broke my computer, but it may do, you never know. Anyway, this is the Aztec room. I've got one little piece here just to give me a guide of where I need to put things. But other than that, I do have an idea about what I want to do with this room, and I've got a couple of little clever things as well that I really do like that I want to add in. So first of all, we're going to put some Belfast tanks in, we're going to put some lagoon tanks in, and we're going to put some of the deep outcrop tanks in as well. And the kind of clever thing about this room that I really do like the design of is if we grab one of these deep outcrop tanks, just extend it by 1, and grab another one here, just extend it by 1 to there, and we move this just for a minute, and we get these into a position looking something like that, and then move this back to there. You can see we've got a nice little corner here, but this isn't going to be a staff area. We're actually going to put the platforms for these on this side. And you may have already guessed what we're going to do. I love this idea. So that goes into there. And now we're going to extend the land, and we're going to drag out to there and to there. And you can see I've already put little bits in here for where I've planned this out already, and just to show you now. And now we're going to extend this like this. So we're actually going to have a path into this room from the mega tank room and then into the top room like that. Now if we grab the harbour side paint, we can put these bits in down like that and across there. And so from this room you will be able to come back into this room, look out into this room at all the other tanks we're going to put in and through the lag, and then go off into this room as well. And then you'll be able to circle back round and go through that entrance there back into the room. I think that's really cool. So we're going to neaten this off a little bit, and we're going to add the rest of the paints that we need in there. So the Aztec paint just to clear up my mess, and the shipwreck paint just to do the walls into there. And straight away here, that is the perfect place for a shark hat shelf there. So there is one corner of it. I don't know how the pumps and everything are going to go in here. I want to do the lagoon tanks next. So I'm going to grab a lagoon tank. I want this 3 away from a wall. So that is 1, 2 and 3. Let's make sure I've got that right. 1, 2, 3 there. Drag that out. We want 3 between these. And we're going to have, that's there. Now I think 4 of these in total. So that one will be there. And then in this area here I'm going to have as a concession store. One thing I haven't worked out where to put is toilets. We may have to work something out for that. I may put a little thing in here as a toilet block, so let's just plan that out. So if we had something like that would be a toilet stand and then concessions here. That'll be okay. So now we want the Belfast tanks. You can see there's a lot to be able to put in here, pump wise. We want one there. See if we can get, how many of these can we get in? That is 3. Don't think we can get another one in unless we move these around just slightly. So if I put a 1 gap between them, yeah, I think that'll have to do. And that's a lot to put pumps on. These 2 will have to be cold water. All the rest can be hot, tropical water. Maybe I will need to extend this out and put a pump into here. Maybe that is best to do. So if we said something like that, and then we can put a pump in here. This can be a little toilet. And then we can connect together these 8 tanks here into one big network. That seems okay. So then if we drag this down into there, this one like that, and you get the idea. Follow through with all of these like that. And then on this side, this one is going to lead up to, and I suppose we could actually have the toilets here maybe? If we brought that down there, where would the toilets need to be? If I said I wanted Dulux toilets, and we did something like that, then we could bring this down to there, and like that. Could knock this one out there. On the back here we'd say we want the sink and a broom cupboard. Not mic stand. A broom stand, that's better. And we want staff door just there, and we want a visitor door just there. That's a basic toilet block, that's not too bad. So from here, and you can still see the tank from in here. You can still see all of these tanks, a little bit of a decoration as well. That's not too bad, I like that. Over here I might as well put a little bit of decoration as well. Well, we will add in a barrel just there. And then I think that is the layout of the room pretty much done. We can get rid of that wall just there. And then we would want to add in a what? Something. A staff door into this room. But where would that be? Might make this a little bit smaller. Let's do that bit last, because we don't know how much we're going to need. Okay, these two are going to be need to be on a single network. Let's just put all of these bits in, and I'll do the same as I've always done with these, as I love doing these little bits there. Apart from that, doesn't work. So we need to put that in there, and we will change it afterwards. These have been really annoying. The stairs. Let's go down and down and down and no. Down and down and down and no. And then finally on this one, spin that round into position, spin that one round into position, and that one, and the last one there. Okay, so that's the steps in. So we want pumps on these two here, and these two have got to be separate pumps to everything, a separate network to everything else. So nothing else can connect to these two tanks, because otherwise it will just share all of the heat with these two tanks and it will kill all the fish. So we want pumps. We want to go for at least a power pump. It's not going to be big enough though. The large pump will be better. So we'll grab that one. We'll place that one down in the centre there. Connect that up to both tanks, just so at least we can get the heating sorted, or the chilling sorted. So we'll get, I think this is going to need 1, 2, 3 of those, and it's not going to be enough in the way of filtration on this one. So I'm going to move this right into the corner over here, and then fix this one back into there, so we can add in another pump for the filtration on these. That's given us, we needed 400 and something, and we've got 600 and something in these, so that's easily enough redundancy on those. And on this I'm going to add in the triple filters here, just like that, I think. Can I change that around so it's better in any way? Not with it facing that way. However, if I do that, like that, and then I can add in another one there. And so this will be another one of these large triples. And then with those I'll add in maybe another tank, another pump over here, which will connect to both of them again, and will just be large double filters, those the double large mega filter type things. Oh, also in here I'm going to need to take out that piece there, that piece there, and that piece there. Add in 3 staff doors, 1, 2 and 3. And I've just remembered over at the front here, we want to cover these bits over just like that. And then we can grab the paint and can make everything look pretty. There we go, that's everything done there. So in order to get all of these hooked up onto the same network, we're going to need to create another one of those fake walls just over here, like we did in the beach house here. So we'll take out these 3 pieces of wall just here, 1, 2 and 3, and we'll add in, oh no, I need to put this in first. So we'll put a large pump there, connect that up to there, and then with this we can add these other 3 tanks. So now whatever we connect to one of these, we'll connect to all 4 of them. And then just need to put some more of the Aztec paint. There. Should have done this after I put the walls in. We're going to need it again just now. So we cover that up. That doesn't need anything, any maintenance or anything like that. So come back down here, grab the Aztec paint, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we're ready to network all of these together, because then we can say something like, if we get not lights, pump, power pump. Now that's not going to work either, so it is going to have to be one of these large pumps. So if we go for a large pump, you can see it does fit, so we can actually put this down somewhere like this. We can actually put it down really quite far, actually. That's good. So if we put one there, that's the minimum, well, the maximum distance away from there. And then we say add this tank, add this tank. Is there actually anywhere? Let's close that. Can I grab this? Is there anywhere where it will actually get? Yes, just over here. Because then, will this get? Not quite, almost. In fact, no, I'm going to need a one there anyway, aren't I? I know where I want this. I want this. This is all messing up the details of it. I want this to be there. What do you mean that doesn't reach? Okay, so it's got to be there. Right, and then we've got this weird line here. Let me just get rid of that. There we go, just a quick restart changes that. And now I've added in, so I've added this one here, I've added one in here, and I've added this one up there. And as you can see, if I mouse over them now, you can see these are all on the same network. It's not pretty, but they are the network lines connecting all 8 of those tanks together. So this one here, and any more that we add down here, actually this is probably better over here, isn't it? Just thinking about it, so that we can add in more of them over here. So I'm just going to quickly move this one down to, say, there, and that can connect up to these 4. So that can go to there, to that one, and to that one. And so all of these are networked together, and then we can add another pump in here. Just to do all of the filtration. So this is going to be for the heating. Now I've just seen that I actually want this to be, if I add in one of these now, one of these mega heaters, we'll be able to see just how much we need. 930. Wow, okay. It's a bit more than I thought it would be. So let's add in those like that. We still need one more, so we're going to need all of this just for heating. So now I do want to move this, turn it around to face that way. That still gets them all. That's good. And connect that up to there. And to there. And to there. And to there. And then add those 2 onto it. We can get to everything, we can get around here, we can get to everything here, and that's okay. Right, I think that is where we're going to leave it for today. Next episode we will get on with the finishing off the pumping system, or the pump networks, and then filling this place up with fish and working out what we're going to do with this as well. But I think we've been going on for a bit too long today to to do much else with this. I definitely don't want to start adding with fish in. That takes a good long amount of time to decorate them all. We've got 4, 8, 9, 10 tanks to put fish in and decorate next time, so that's going to be fun. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time.